Hello and welcome along and welcome to this first look at Calmsden Farm by OxygenDavid. This map is really highly anticipated and I have to say I've dropped in here and this looks absolutely stunning straight from the get-go. I think we've got collectibles on here because we've got this. Let's have a look. Yep, so there are collectibles on here. We've got a little wooden farm machinery, as we have on Elm Creek, I think, is where we've got that in the base game. But just looking at this is absolutely stunning. It's an incredible British map, and I'm just dropping in. I always like to give my immediate first impression when I drop into a map, and this has blown me away. This is amazing. We do have a dog around here somewhere. I've seen them running around. We've got the dog house around the back. We are starting on New Farmer at the moment, so this is where we've dropped in like this. We've got our house here, so this is on New Farmer. This is where we drop in. This is our house, and I don't know if we've got we must have working gates around here, I think. Nope, we don't have working gates to get out of here, so we'll just double check this. Yeah, so the gates to come out to this backyard don't seem to work, but we do have our discovery here, and we're going to have a drive around the map, so I'm trying not to move quite so fast when I'm on foot. It was one of the things that people said that they didn't like so much about my first look. So I'm going to try and avoid doing that. But the detail in this central area and how all this looks is just utterly amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm just going to drive out of here because I want to give you guys before we go and look at the map itself, I want to give you guys a really good understanding of how incredible this area you drop into is. We've got various animal pastures and things around us built into the map. And we've got the first yard here, so I'm just going to bring us into this yard. These, I think, are Bullet Bill's gates. He was saying on Facebook that he has created these, and Oxy has included them in on the map. And then here we've got our first yard. Let's turn off our... Let's go and have a look. And yeah, this barn is, again, incredible. Incredible, I think, is a word I'm going to be using an awful lot around this first look. This map has been a very, very long time in the making, and the level of detail on it really, really shows. It is absolutely incredible. So, it is a DEM map. It's a replica of a real-life farm. It is got a real PDA map, which we will have a look at in a moment. Custom lighting, deeper blue sky and darker nights, and yeah, that I can see that. That looks like an incredibly deep blue sky we have on here. Animations, we've seen the birds and the pedestrians, and we've got a hot air balloon over that way. Custom textures with the parallax mapping, and yeah, look at that. Just, I mean, on the side of these containers, you can see that. We've got over 50 new HD models, 36 fields in total with missions. 2 placeable areas, which will make up for something else I will discuss later in this video, actually. 5 sell points, which we will go round. Various items that appear at different times of the year. So, for example, you've got barbecues and mowers and things like that appearing in the summer. And then in winter, you've got snowmen and bits like that. UK license plates. Yeah, look, on our disco here, we do have a British license plate on here, which is pretty cool. Anybody let me know what you think that says in the comments down the bottom. Although I might have given part of it away. Custom grass textures. Which, yeah, again, look really nice. And lots of custom sounds, which you can hear the birds chirping in the background and everything like that. Shall we have a look at the PDA then? So, a slightly smaller map. You can see there's a fair amount of space around the edge of this. I do like the fact the ruler and the pencil and everything. And you can see the 36 fields in here. We got some really tiny ones in the middle. So, fields like 32 and 11 and 26 are absolutely absolutely tiny. And as the map description says, some massive fields as well. I think 17 or 13 are our largest. If we have a look at the price, now you start with fields 35, 4, 31, 15, 6, 3, and 2. On New Farmer. The cheapest field looks to be field 11 maybe at 35,000. No, 29,000. There we go. Field 27 is the cheapest field on the map. Most expensive, I'm willing to bet, at 1.3 million is field 13. Yeah, there's about 60,000 in it between those two fields. So yeah, both really huge fields and really expensive. So when you work your way up to the larger stuff, then yeah, though you've got a couple of larger fields on here. Although, looking at the roads on here, and we'll get to those in a minute, but I'm not sure huge equipment is going to serve you very well on this map. So yeah, a real nice variation of field sizes and things in here. The other thing I was talking about with placeables a minute ago, my only slight disappointment, and the placeable areas do make up for this, but coming into here, as far as I can tell, these farmyards aren't customizable. So, yeah, you can't demolish any of these buildings. The fuel tanks are removable, so those can go. Those seed or fertilizer tanks over there aren't. And, yeah, most of the buildings aren't. However, I don't think that's such a huge problem on here because this farmyard does have a nice amount of area down here you could expand to. You could expand into this field here. So it's not such a huge issue where I feel that I want to remove sheds. It is just, yeah, it is one of those things I have said in the past. I would really like to see slightly more customizable farms. Now, something that was said by Oxy on Facebook is that some of the detritus around the yards is removable, and I can't, if it's any of the stuff down the side here, I've not been able to select that to remove it. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure where that stuff is, but yeah, according to the original description that was on Facebook a little while ago, that should be, there should be at least some removable stuff from around the map. None of it gets in the way. All of it actually, to me, adds to the character. I'm just sort of going through the various things that have been previously said on Facebook leading up to the release of this map. So, we are now going to head out, and we're going to head down this farm track here because we have a set of sell points or production facilities or something at the end of this. Quite nice that we've got farm tracks. And I've said this a lot of times before. This feels a little bit more connected because you've got these tracks off that aren't main roads, that are disconnected from the main highways and instead connect your fields. Really, really loving that. I am blown away by the level of detail on this map. It is utterly incredible. And yeah, you just drive through everywhere and just go, wow. There's nothing on here that has that is I have a massive issue with, which isn't surprising. I mean, this map has been in development for a long while, and yeah, it does show. The attention to detail on it is amazing. I love these gates. These gates are absolutely gorgeous. Now, this does strike me as either a single-player map or a multiplayer map on a single farm. Well, there's only really one farm on here, so you can't really do a multiple farm setup. And I don't think the map is really big enough, from the looks of it, to support that kind of setup. Well, we've got the garden centre right at the end here. Quite a way off the road, which is interesting. Maybe that's the reason why all these roads are tarmacked and everything. But yeah, we have a sell point in here, and we have a lime purchase point in here. So that's pretty cool. And again, really loving all the custom gates and all of that setup on here. That is just looking absolutely fantastic. It is a gorgeous map. Now, this is the edge of the map to our left. And yeah, I don't think that that is a bad map edge at all. It sort of fades off into it over the hedge as we get to here. Does it sit? It does drop down a bit over it, but unless I'm really looking for it. And it's not that visible. It's not that obvious. So yeah, I really quite like that. Back out onto the main road, and that is probably the way the general public get to the garden centre, through there. I'm just gonna go in cab and just give you a feel for how incredibly British and incredibly English this is. This just oh man, this is just like driving round any country lane where I live. It just is absolutely incredible. You might have heard, yeah, you can hear the birds chirping in the trees there at the moment. I'm loving this. Oh, I heard a blast from the church. Now, I think we want to head off south down here. Yeah, this heads us south. Again, it is a really, really amazing bit to do in first person, and from a realism point of view, absolutely incredible. I mean, this is where we're going to be doing the realism experiment. It seems to be a perfectly suited map for it. So I'm really looking forward to getting my teeth into that. And let's head this way and down here and right at the edge here. I have no idea where the edge of the map is, and this is the thing. It's quite a difficult thing to tell, and again, I'm quite loving it for that. But we have a large industrial area over here, so that looks like Larson's livestock auction over there. We've got the farmers market for selling stuff there. And then is this... yeah, that is a third... oh, back our disco off. This is another... yeah, All Spheres store for selling stuff down here. It looks like a manure purchase point maybe down there. Or possible future improvements. Because one thing Oxy has said, again, on Facebook, leading up to the release of this map, is that he plans to keep this updated. So as new things happen and as new things are released, we're going to back up because I want to go up this farm track. He will be updating the map. So he's looking to keep this map up to date and relevant throughout FS22's lifespan, which is brilliant. If you want a map, if you want a map that you are able to play throughout the life of FS22, this map and his other upcoming map are absolutely going to fit into that. Now, we've got an auction sign here for this field. I wonder if... no, there's I didn't think that was really done. I wonder if that does disappear, though, once you purchase a field. Because that is... oh no, that is just a large lot. So that is one of the places that you get as a placeable. And if we have a look in here, yeah, it is a large area. It is 833,952. Now there is a second one on here that the description says, but I can't see it at the moment. But yeah, so that's one of the places you can build. So yeah, now, and this is what I mean about the fact that it does offset the fact that you can't remove or change any of the farmyards that are built into the map. If you are desperate to completely recreate a farmyard, then you can. It is there. The ability to build your own farmyard, and there is some expansion potential in the main yard as well. So it's not all an issue. It is just it's one of those things I would like to see in maps at the moment, and I'm going to be looking for in every map first look that I do. Cotswold Stores, we have another load of sell points. So stones there, so stone crusher there. 3 separate sell points in here. Looks like we've got a fruit and bread and produce sell point. And some other bits and pieces in here. So, yeah, that is very cool and liking that a lot. And the level of detail, I can never fault the level of detail. It is just gorgeous. Absolutely amazing levels on this. And, yeah, so much gone into it. Let's have a look in here. We've got the BGA over here, and no, interestingly, no silage clamps. So we've got the BGA and the sell point itself, and we've got some things. This looks like the area where we should have silage clamps. There aren't any placed in here at the moment, so I'm guessing that you need to place your own if you want to do the silage down at the BGA. Yeah, that's the other side of the scrubland that's available. So if you want to buy that and make a new field or several fields, there's that option with that area. And then we're going to come up the side of field 14 here and head up, because we want to sort of cross the river at the bottom here. And there seems to be a nice, interesting crossing bit as we get down the bottom. This map does feel larger than it is. I've not repeated anywhere that I'm trying to drive at the moment, and it's all really different and really interesting. Very, very cool. So we'll come. Yeah, I love the way this road just sort of swings around here. Reminds me a little bit of my dad's farm with some of this. I think I would quite like to have seen some of these roads maybe a little narrower and a little bit more muddy, but that is just a small thing, by no means a major thing at all. It is, yeah. No, actually, I'm just gonna say, look at that. You get that from there, and just look out, and there is not an uninteresting way to look. While we're here, and while we've got a gap in the hedge, I do want to try and have a look in these woodland bits. And yeah, look at this. Now, always a great way to judge a map. Have a look in the areas that you are less likely to get into, like the woodlands, like the scrublands down by the river. And yeah, there is a lot of detail that's gone into this. Always, always incredible to see that. Do we have collisions on the hedges? Because I know that will be a question. No, they don't. We can walk right through them very, very easily. So this is, I would say that this is, it's, again, I keep saying this, it is gorgeous. It's a little less versatile than the last map I looked at. You're a little bit set into doing what you want, and if not, then you're gonna have to use areas away from the main bit. Having said that, it is going to be a gorgeous map to farm and work, and it will just be amazing to farm on this. It will be absolutely incredible. We are coming up to the second yard. So there are 2 yards on this map. They are fairly close together. This is the other one, which is positioned by the road. We've got a few bits and pieces. So this must be the cow yard, because that is a milk trigger. We've got grain storage. And yeah, this is a cow shed in here. So feeding area and everything like that. Again, this is built into the map. It's not something that is removable. It is looking pretty awesome, though. Oh, yeah, and we do have a big silage clamp just there. And if we head up this way. We can see the yard that's attached to it. It is a very small yard. You have like two, maybe, two sheds sort of next to each other and the cow shed. So yeah, really tiny yard for doing the cows. A little bit away from the main yard. We are now going to head to the east and have a look down here. And again, I'm just going to pop in car just to give this feeling of how awesomely realistic this map is to drive around. It is just amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm driving around. I've driven around the Gloucestershire countryside, the Norfolk countryside, in most, lots of places all over the UK, and this just feels so real and so nice to do. It's incredible. Right, we got another sell point down here. What do we got down here? This is around here. So we got. Oh, this is the recycling plant. That's interesting. I'm wondering if there's anywhere around here that that takes stones, because we obviously saw stones further round, but there's nothing. Yeah, there's no stone sell point here. We do have another set of sell points up the back of this area. So yeah, we've got one down here and another over there. It is looking very, very nice. I love the variety of sell points on here. Really do. They are, you know, they're in good different places. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of options. It should create some interesting bits and pieces. And I've stumbled across the shop. So this is the shop on the map. It isn't like FS19. You do, when you go to purchase in here, you do head into. So if we head into here, and I'll just pick a small tractor. Yeah, so you're not sitting outside the shop. You do still have the large shed. Again, not a criticism. That looks. It wasn't something I was expecting. Just in case there were those of you who might have been expecting that and were wondering. But yeah, love this nice big area around the shop as well. So you'll be able to spawn a lot of equipment when you first get started, if you are putting a lot of money in to start with. Works really, really well. Absolutely loving that. So we'll head back up to the road here, and then, as I was saying before, we've got lots of different routes. There is sort of a very circular route around this map, with the main roads and the farm roads and farm tracks that works very well and very nicely to sort of get you around, makes everything feel connected, and just works. Just works really nicely. Here is our other bit of scrubland. So is that field there or that field there? Let's just have a quick look in here. So we are up. Okay, so we are up the top end here. That's the edge of the map. So it's this area here is our other bit of scrubland that you can build a farm on, and that is 648,000 to purchase that. So yeah, there is space to build your own farm on here and do a very custom setup if you want. So yeah, if you want to do that, you've either got to use this bit of land here, or the other bit of land we found, or expand. Well, I think the only one you could really expand is the main farm. I think that the cow farm would be a bit of a difficult one to add on to. Looking at where it is. We, though, are up the top end here, where we've got another sell point. And this looks like it's root crop. Yeah, that's root crop sales. Oh, no, that's not. That is That is our woodyard. This is the sawmill is where this is. Yeah, those are wood chips. So that is a good area for that. Yeah, is there much forestry up this end of the map? Not right here, but in the middle there's a fair amount. So yeah, there is some you can go and do. We've got some more sell point stuff here. Yeah, so we've got a sell point there. Looks like another sort of garden centre-y area. I am running around here. Yeah, so we've got another sell point up here as well. As I said, nice variety in a nicely spread out around the map as well, and not in all in one place, which is good. And we'll turn back south, which should take us back down to our farmyard. And yeah. And once again, because of it's the tree coverage making me want to come inside my disco, because otherwise I kind of get lost a little bit, and you get a lot of branches in your face. So I just want to see these doors here. I think open, and is this yeah? So we've got a grain store in here. We've got lots of sheds and bits that open, and we've got a workshop in here, and yeah. I do like this farmyard. I think this is one of my favourite farmyards I've ever seen in Farm Sim. It is really, really cool. And yeah, a rear entrance into the yard. And you can hear the grain dryer. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, no, this is a fantastic map. I am looking forward to getting my teeth into this. This is going to be absolutely cracking. We are likely to be based, I think, at this yard. Not that there's many other choices, but I think it's going to be a great start for me to come from here. I want to have a quick look at the equipment that you start with on this map. So let's just pop into the shop here and have a look at what we got here. So fair amount of categories that we've got. Medium tractors, you get 2 John Deere 6230Rs of both with 0 hours on them, and a Fendt 714 Vario. Harvesters, you get a Class Tryon 720. Again, a brand new one of those. Telehandlers, you got a tiny amount of time on the JCB Agri Pro. Cars, only the one that I've added. Trailers, you get the Cramp Half Pipe HP20. Headers, the Class Combio Flex 1080. Cultivators, the Cockling All-Rounder Flatline 600. That's 250 horsepower. Yeah, you do have enough horsepower for that. Seeders, the Batstad Rapide A800S. You get a Dalbo Power Roll 1230 HD roller, a Berthold Vantage 4300 sprayer, the Kuhn GMD 4411 mower, a Kuhn VB 3190 baler, a bucket, pallet fork, and bale fork, all from Magicai for your telehandler, the Nardi N400BX header trailer, and an Adco 650 weight. So fairly good setup for a new farmer farm here. I don't think you start with any animals. We will just check that, but I'm fairly sure. Yeah, so no animals yet, but you do have a pig, chicken, sheep, cow and horse pastures available. And yeah, so yeah, pretty good setup. Liking it quite a bit. It is well, I'm liking it a bit more than quite a bit. This is an astounding map, and we have waited an age for it. If you don't mind, I do keep coming back to this, but if you don't mind not being able to customize your farm, then absolutely give this a go. I think this is absolutely awesome, this map. It is going to be a lot of fun to play, and I am looking forward to getting my teeth into it with the realism experiment later today. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this first look. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.